So we are in the Ramban's message. So you get it, Ramban. He has this. Listen to what he says. He writes a letter. He says, when you save yourself, when you save yourself from anger, you automatically get this character trait of humility. What is the greatest character trait that you can have? Is what? Is humility. How do we know that? Moshe Rabbeinu had all good character traits. And the one that the Torah says, he was anav mikol adam. He was humble from every single person in the world. I'll never forget when I first walked into yeshiva, Mekdash Melech, there was a guy over there, and I saw how humble he was. I walked in, and I had my suitcases from the plane. And he says, "Oh, welcome to the yeshiva." He was my age, my friend. I just met him at the time. And he says, "Welcome to the yeshiva. Let me take your luggages. Let me do this. Let me help you out. Let me this." And he was so humble. Everything he did was so so nice. You know, being humble is being a nice person. That's part of being humble. You don't have the arrogance. You don't feel you're better than anybody else. You feel, how can I help? How can I be? You know? So therefore, he says, Shneimar ekev anava yirat Hashem. Uba'avur anava, and through being humble, ta'aleh alibecha midat hayirah. You'll start fearing Hashem. Why? Because a humble person says to himself, wow, Hashem is watching me constantly. I'm humbled by all the gifts that God gave me. He gave me everything. Wow. So therefore, you become like, I'm indebted to Hashem so much. I'm humbled in Hashem. Whatever I can do in my life is nothing compared to what you're giving me. One time, the Havetz Haim, when he finished his Mishnah Berurah, he got up, and when he finished it, he took the all halakim. It says it took him about 30 years to finish the Mishnah Berurah. 30 years. And he picked up the halakim, the 6 cheleks, and he says, Hashem, look what you gave me. What do I have to give you? How much do I owe you? You hear what's going on? It's an amazing thing. You think about it, it's like, wow. This is the real Inyan over here. Because you always come and say, where did you come from? Where are you from? Well, I'm telling you, where are you going? Who are you going to give a din v'heshbon one day to? Who are you going to give a din v'heshbon one day to? You're going to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. There's going to be a din v'heshbon. There's going to be a bendit sitting there. Why'd you do this? And why'd you do this? And how'd you do this? And what? So therefore, it humbles yourself. Whoa, one day. There's going to be a judgment day. Whoa. And he humbles. In front of Hashem, She'emar, Hine Hashamayim U'Shmei Hashamayim Lo Hakeduka, Va'af Ki Dibo Bnei Adam V'Ne'emar Halo Shema V'Da'aretz V'Le'enu Hashem. Va'achshav Kashet Tachshov Et Kol Elam. When you recognize and you think all of this, that who'd you come from? Where are you going? Where'd you come from? Who are you at all? Who are you? You're a piece of flesh. Where'd you even come from? Where are you going? You're going to go to see Hashem one day. And who are you? You're a little bit. So all of a sudden humbles himself. Wow, you're right. Who am I? How can I sin against Hashem? How can I go against my Creator in any way or form? How can I do it? Because you're looking at it, you really contemplate, who am I? I'm just a piece of flesh. And one day it's going to be buried, and one day I'm going to meet God. How can I go against Hashem for whatever matter it is? How? That's what he's telling you over here. All of a sudden, you will fear God. And you'll never do a sin. You'll never do a sin. Because that will humble you. They're like, whoa, where am I coming? What am I doing? What am I this? What am I that? That humbles you.